Okay, good day Arcadians. Bali, let us discuss yung discussion questions. Okay? Bali, ginawa ko siyang part 8-A. Okay? Ito yung multiple choice dun sa ating first part. Okay? Hanggang dun sa, okay, general provision, nature and effect ng obligation, saka dun sa different kind of obligation. Okay? Bali, ito yung covered tong discussion questions. Okay? Bali, for the first question, culpalata under the Roman law daw means. Okay, di ba meron tayong culpalata, culpa levis, culpa levissima. Yung culpalata, yun yung grade. Yung levis, ordinary, yung levissima is slight. Kaya since ang tanong, culpalata, okay, grade negligence. Kaya ang sagot natin ay letter A. Okay, kaya tandaan nyo ha, yung lata, grade, levis, ordinary, and levissima is slight. Second question, the legal rate of interest for loan and credit agreement prior to July 1, 2013 is, okay, bali lumalabas ang ating legal rate prior to July 1, 2013 is, okay, 12%. Okay, kasi lumalabas ang current legal rate natin starting July 1, 2013 is now 6%. Okay, now since ang tanong is prior, o di lumalabas, okay, letter C, 12% per annum. Pero starting July 1, 2013 onward, bali 6% na ang ating legal rate. Okay, nakabase yan sa BSP Circular 799 Series of 2013, effective July 1, 2013. Okay? Multiple choice number 3. Which of the following statement about fraud is not correct? Okay, tingnan natin ha. Ang hinahanap dito, not correct is false. Letter A, the law does not allow waiver of an action for future fraud. That is true. Kasi pag meron kayong waiver ng future fraud, void. Okay, letter B, damages arising from fraud cannot be mitigated or reduced by the court, unlike damages arising from negligence, especially if there is a contributory negligence. That is true. Kasi di ba pag fraud, serious matter yan eh. Kaya hindi yan pwedeng i-reduce by the court. Kasi meron kang intent to cause harm. Unlike sa negligence, pwede siyang i-reduce. Letter C, waiver of past fraud is valid. True. And letter D, waiver of future fraud is valid. That is false. Kasi ang sabi ng Article 1171 nga, responsibility arising from fraud is demandable in all kind of obligation. Any waiver of an action for future fraud is void. Kaya ang sagot ay letter D. Okay, next. Multiple choice number 4. Bali, delay or default on the part of the debtor in obligation to give. Since ang question is obligation to give, it means X-ray yan. Kasi to give, X-ray. Ito naman ay delay sa part ng debtor in obligation to do. Pag mora accipiendi, delay on the part of creditor, compensation mori, both debtor and creditor. Kaya since to give yan, the answer is letter A. Mora solvendi, X-ray. Next, multiple choice number 5. A obliged himself to deliver a specific car to B on May 26, 2021. On May 26, 2021, B made a demand. However, A failed to deliver the car on May 26, 2021. On May 27, 2021, A is already, ano ba siya? Ordinary delay? Okay, hindi na siya ordinary kasi meron ng demand noong May 26. Kaya legal delay na siya. Now, since may legal delay sa part ng debtor at ito ay obligation to give, o di pasok yan sa mora solvendi X-ray. Kaya ang sagot natin sa number 5 ay letter B. For multiple choice number 6, the creditor acquires this right upon delivery of the subject matter. Eh di ba, na-acquired natin siya upon delivery refers to real right. Kasi ang personal right na acquired from the time the things to deliver, it arises. Kaya, yun ay real right. Okay, ang jus in personam or the jus ad rem ay personal right. Kaya ang sagot ay A. For number 7, a kind of performance wherein someone else perform at the expense of the debtor. By the way, ang tawag dyan ay substitute performance. Kaya ang sagot ay letter C. Kasi di ba pag yan ay substitute, someone else perform or something else is performed at the expense ng debtor. Pero pag equivalent performance, yan yung damages. Ito naman, yung performance ng prestation itself. Kaya ang sagot ay letter C. Next, multiple choice number 8, the following items pertain to either fraud or negligence. Now, there is a deliberate intent to cause damage. Kaya kung deliberate yan, fraud yan. Liability to be awarded may be mitigated, negligence. Kasi pag fraud, hindi siya pwedeng i-mitigate. Number 3, future waiver for this act is void, fraud. Kasi di ba sabi nga ng Article 1171, responsibility arising from fraud is demandable in all kind of obligation. Any waiver of an action for future fraud is void. Okay? Kaya dito, ang sagot ay letter C. Bali, 1 and 3 pertain to fraud. Next, multiple choice number 9. Which of these obligation is a real in character? Di ba pag real is obligation to give? Okay, lumalabas to paint a house is to do. To repair a car is to do. To write a book is to do. And to deliver a car is to give. Kaya lumalabas, real is to give. The answer is to. Okay, for number 10, as a rule, moral damages daw may be recovered in the following except. Okay? By the way, mapapansin mo, yung mga ito ay kasama sa enumeration for award ng moral damages. Quasi-delict causing physical injury or delict causing physical injury kasama rin. Seduction, abduction, rape, or other act of lasciviousness. Adultery, concubinage kasama. Pero ito hindi kasama yung physical injury suffered by passenger. Kasi arising yan from contractual relation. Pero di ba may binanggit na akong exception dyan. Number 1, kung yung passenger namatay o kaya na-prove na yung common carrier ay acting in bad faith. Pero as a rule, physical injury suffered by passenger or obligation arising from contractual relation is not covered. Kasi ang kasama sa enumeration, physical injury arising from delict or quasi-delict. Kaya ang sagot ay void. For number 11, under a contract executed on May 5, 2021, D obliged himself to give a horse to C on May 15, 2021. On May 10, 2021, C demanded the delivery of the horse, but D did not comply. The following day, the horse was struck by lightning and died instantly. By the way, lumalabas yung object ay na-lost by fortuitous event. Ang problema, ang object ay generic kasi horse lang. Kaya lumalabas kahit ma-loss yan by fortuitous event, hindi siya magkakos ng extinguishment under the doctrine of genus non quam perit. Kasi pwede siyang i-replace ng another object of the same kind and quality. Kaya ang sagot natin, dapat hindi siya extinguish. Yung A, the obligation of this extinguish, di false kagad. Obligation of this extinguish, di false din yan. Eto, not extinguished. So, tingnan natin yung reason. Now, the delivery of D is not extinguished because D can deliver another horse. Okay, that is correct. Ito, obligation of D is not extinguished because D was in default. May default na ba? Okay. Lumalabas, ang delivery ay May 15. Okay? Wala pa namang legal delay dyan. Okay? Kaya mali yung reason. Kaya dito, ang sagot ay letter D. Letter B. Kasi pwede siyang i-replace ng another object of the same kind and quality because this is a generic thing. Okay? Kaya ang sagot ay void. The delivery of D is not extinguished because D can deliver another host. Next, punta tayo sa multiple choice number 12. Which of the following is a secondary classification of obligation under the Civil Code? By the way, di ba sabi ko ang primary kasi ito yung pure, conditional, with a period, alternative, facultative, joint, solidary, divisible, indivisible, saka obligation with a penal clause. All others are secondary. Binanggit ko yung joint and solidary, divisible, indivisible, alternative, facultative. Ang hindi kasama ay letter A. Kaya real and personal is secondary classification. Kaya ang sagot ay A. Now, for number 13, which obligation is not valid? Ibig sabihin, void. Letter A, I promise to give you 100,000 on December 25, 2021. Obligation with a period yan. Valid. I promise to give you 100,000 if I go to Boracay this weekend. Lumalabas this is void kasi yan ay potestative condition depend upon the sole will of the debtor. Kaya lumalabas, ang sagot ay B. Not valid. Letter C, I promise to give you 100,000 if your patient dies. Lumalabas with the period. And letter D, I promise to give you 100,000 if you pass the October 2021 CPA board exam. Subject to suspensive condition. Okay, at hindi naman siya potestative, di ba? Depend upon sole will ng debtor. Kasi yan ay partly upon will ng creditor and upon chance yan. Kaya lumalabas valid kasi ang void lang naman yung potestative condition depend upon the sole will of the debtor. Kaya ang sagot ay void. For number 13, okay, in obligation subject to suspensive condition, once the condition has been fulfilled, shall retroact to the day of the constitution of the obligation. This automatic retroactive effect applies to, okay, binanggit ko yan before, nag-a-apply lang yung automatic retroactive effect sa 1187 pagdating sa obligation to give. Kasi ang sabi ng last paragraph, okay, sa obligation to do or not to do, the court shall determine the retroactive effect of the condition fulfilled. Kaya hindi siya automatic pag to give, to do or not to do. Kaya ang sagot ay letter A. Next, multiple choice number 15. Balidon agreed daw in writing to give all his CPA review materials to Chris if he passed the October 2018 CPA board examination. In the October 2018 CPA board exam, Don took the examination on the first Sunday, but he did not report anymore in the succeeding examinations. Okay? Bali, can Chris compel Don to give his CPA review materials to him? Okay? Di lumalabas, ang sagot ay letter C. Yes, because the condition in this case shall be deemed fulfilled. Kasi when the debtor voluntary prevent its fulfillment, lumalabas the condition are deemed fulfilled. Kaya ang sagot ay letter C. Okay, next, number 16. D promised to give C 100 sacks of rice when C father dies of COVID. The obligation of D to C is lumalabas, die kaso ng COVID. Lumalabas, okay, may uncertainty whether the day will come or not. Hindi yan obligation with the period. Kaya false to. Hindi rin siya pure. Kaya lumalabas, conditional. Pero yan, mag-a-arise yung obligation once the condition is fulfilled, edi we call it suspensive condition. Ang sagot ay letter A. For number 17, A obliged himself to pay B 500,000 on May 31, 2021. A paid B on May 31, 2020, believing that the obligation was already due and demandable. How much A recovered from B on July 31, 2021? By the way, di ba ang sa amin ng batas kasi, pag ang obligation daw ay with a period, tapos nagbayad yung debtor before maturity, okay, by mistake, pwede niyang ma-recover to together with interest. Kaya lumalabas, okay, since ang maturity date niya is May 31, 2021, nagbayad ng May 31, 2020. O nakapagbayad in advance, 1 year yan. Tapos, na-discovered niya, okay, nung July 31. Mare-recover pa ba dito yung payment? Technically, hindi na kasi lagpas na ng maturity. Pero pwedeng ma-recover yung interest simulang May 31, 2021 hanggang, May 31, 2020 upon payment by mistake hanggang doon sa date of maturity. Kaya sa 17, ang sagot ay letter C. Legal interest for 1 year. Okay? Pero syempre, hindi mo mare-recover na yung principal kasi nga, due date na rin nung May 31, 2021. Makaka-recover ka lang ng interest starting from the date of payment by mistake up to the date of maturity. Kaya ang sagot is C. For number 18, in alternative obligation, the debtor lose the right of choice. By the way, ang tanong lose the right of choice. Kaya ibig sabihin, okay, number 1, tingnan natin na when among the prestation daw whereby is alternatively bound, only one is practicable. Magiging simple yan. Mawawalan ka ng right of choice. 2, when some of the prestation in alternative obligation are impossible, unlawful, or which could have not been the object of obligation. Kaso some of the prestation lang. Kaya kung meron pa ring remaining object, alternative pa rin siya. Kaya ito, alternative pa rin. Okay? Hindi mo nawawala yung right mo to use, okay, or to choose, okay, the object. Number 3, when the debtor already communicated his choice to the creditor. Di ba sabi natin, once na na-communicate na ng debtor sa creditor yung right of choice, magiging simple obligation. That's why you lose the right of choice. Kaya, alin dyan yung mawawala yung right of choice mo? Yung 1, saka yung 3. Kaya 1 and 3, ito yun, letter B. Okay? Kaya ang sagot ay boy. Number 19. An obligation daw cease to be alternative and becomes a simple obligation in the following cases. Ibig sabihin, you cease to be alternative. Mawawalan ka na ng right of choice. Letter A, when the debtor has communicated his choice to the creditor. By the way, ang question except. Kaya ito, mawawalan ka ng right of choice. Letter B, when the right of choice has been expressly granted to the creditor and his choice has been communicated. Since merong communication na rin, simple na yan. When among the several prestations that are due, only one is practicable. Isa na lang natitira, simple. And letter D, when the 3 prestations are due but one of them is unlawful or impossible. Kaya kung tatlo yan, unlawful yung isa or impossible, dalawa pa yung natitira. Alternative pa rin. Kaya lumalabas, ang sagot, ito ay letter D. Kasi ito, simple, simple, simple. Alternative pa rin. Ang tanong except. Okay? 20, which of the following is immediately demandable? Okay? Lumalabas, pag suspensive, hindi yan immediately demandable. Okay? Tapos, condition subsequent. Okay? Condition precedent is suspensive condition. Ito resolutory condition yan. Kaya immediately demandable. Okay? Condition precedent or condition antecedent, parehas lang yan. Kaya lumalabas, ang sagot ay B. Kasi yan ay suspensive condition, suspensive condition, suspensive condition. Kumbaga other terminology. Ito yung resolutory condition. Kaya pag resolutory, immediately demandable kasi yung happening ng uncertain event ay mode of extinguishment lang. Kaya ang sagot ay void. 21. ABC, Solidary owes X 300,000. Solidary to yung debtor. X remitted raw yung share ni C. A therefore paid latter only 200,000. O, parang ganito yan ha. A, B, C. Okay? Ang obligation, 300. Tapos solidary debtor to. Ito yung creditor, si X. Ni-remit daw ni X yung share ni C. Okay? Na 100,000. Kaya ang outstanding na lang ay 200. Kaya si A, binayaran daw ng 200,000. Okay? Si X. Ang problema si B ay insolvent. O, paano yan? Pag insolvent ito, yung share ni B, a-absorb yan ni A sa kanisi. Kaya yung 100,000 share ni B, divided by 2, tig 50 sila. Kaya si A, makaka-recover pa rin siya kay C, hindi doon sa share niya. Kasi na-remit na eh. But rather, para sa share niya sa insolvency ni B. Kaya 50,000. Kaya sa 21, ang sagot natin ay letter B. A can recover reimbursement from C amounting to 50,000. Yung A can compel B to pay him 100,000. False yan, insolvent nga. C, A can recover reimbursement from C amounting to 100. Mali. Kasi dapat 50 lang. Kasi yung share ni C, remitted na. Kaya mag-share lang siya sa insolvency ni B. Yung letter D naman, A can recover nothing from C at this moment and to wait until B recover from financial distress. False din siya. Bakit? Kasi liable dapat si C doon sa share ni B as insolvent. Kaya ang sagot ay void. Number 22. ABC jointly and severally obligated themselves to deliver to X a determinate car. Tandaan nyo, solidary ang debtor worth 600,000. On due date because of B fault, meaning kasalanan ng isang solidary debtor, hindi raw na-deliver. Nag-cause ng damage na 9,000 to X. Ang problema, B is insolvent. Okay? Di lumalabas kung yan ay solidary, the fault of one becomes the fault of all. Okay? Kaya lumalabas, ang problema si B insolvent, siya rin yung engot. Ang mangyayari dyan, yung share ngayon ni B, i-absorb lang dito ni A saka ni C. Diba lang share niya is 200,000 plus yung 9,000 na damage dapat. Divided by 2. Okay? Makukuha ngayon yun. Okay? Mare-recover doon sa iba. Okay? Kaya dito sa number 22, okay, ang sagot ay letter C. Kasi kung ang mangyari dyan, kung ako yung creditor, hahabulin ko any one of them sana. Pero syempre, hindi mo pwedeng habulin si insolvent, wala nang property. Kaya pwede ko manghabol dyan either si A or si C. Diba? Tapos, pag nakaka-recover ka kay C, okay, pwede namang habulin ni C, si A, para doon sa share niya. Okay, tapos yung share ni B as insolvent. Kaya letter C, X can collect from C the whole amount of 609, tama? And collect reimbursement from A in the amount daw of 304,500. Bali, paano na-compute yan? Kasi lumalabas ang share dito, okay, ni A, 200,000. Plus yung share niya doon sa 209,000 divided by 2. Kasi hahatiin yan between A and C. Kasi nga, insolvency B. Kaya 104,500 plus 200, 304,500. Yung letter A, X can collect from ABC 203,000 each. Mali, kasi nga, insolvent na si B. Okay, saka, dapat kasi, ang liable lang for damages kung sino lang yung at fault. Diba? Pero pwedeng ma-recover, dapat yung entire 609 sa kanilang lahat. Kasi nga, okay, solidary. Yung B, kaya false yung A. Yung B naman, X can collect from A the sum of 600,000 only. Mali. Kasi dapat 600,000 plus damages. Yung D naman, X can collect from C the whole 609. Di tama sana kasi lahat sila liable, solidary. And collect reimbursement from A 200. Itong nagpamali. Kasi lumalabas, mare-recover ni C kay A yung share niya na 200 plus yung share niya sa insolvency ni B. Kaya false yung letter D. Kaya ang sagot ay letter C. Number 23. ABC joint debtor in the amount of 90 in favor of XY joint creditors. When the obligation mature, how much can Y collect from B? O, since ang debtor ay joint, ang creditor ay joint din. Kaya the credit will be divided as many creditors. Kaya tig 45,000 lang si X and Y. Pero hindi mako-collect syempre ni Y yung entire 45,000 kay B alone. Kasi di-divide dyan as many debtors. Kaya, okay, 45,000 divided by 3, okay, lumalabas 15,000. Kaya 23, the answer is letter C. Number 24, D borrowed from C 250,000 with a penalty of 15% if not paid on time. On due date, D was not able to pay C, the borrowed amount. How much should D pay C? Sabi natin sa penal clause kasi, the penal clause substitute the indemnification for damage and payment of interest in case of breach. Kaya pag may penal clause na or penal clause, there is no need for damage and interest. Now, since may breach dito, makaka-recover ka ng principal, siyempre yung 250 plus the penalty. Ang penalty ay 15%. Kaya 250 plus 15%. Kaya ang sagot ay letter B. Okay? Tandaan nyo, walang damage in interest kasi yung penal clause, sinubstitute niya yung damage and payment of interest. Okay? Next, last MC. When the penalty takes the place of damages, o di ang tawag dyan ay compensatory penal clause. Kasi di ba ang rule natin, compensatory siya. The penal clause substitute the indemnification for damage and payment of interest in case of breach. But sometimes, it is punitive. Okay? Nagsaserve siya as penal, okay, lumalabas, nagsaserve siya as penalty for breach. Pero syempre ang general rule kasi, okay, or lumalabas nagiging punitive kung punishment for breach. Pero dito nga sabi natin, compensatory siya kasi yan yung general rule. It substitute the indemnification for damage and payment of interest. Okay? Kaya ang sagot ay D. Okay? O, bali, the end na ang ating part 1, yung different kind of obligation. Okay? Now, eto, nakuha ko lang yan dun sa isang movie, yung Three Idiots, di ba? Pursue excellence and success will come chasing you. Okay? Bali, the end. Thank you and goodbye.